get you! We need to get back to your Vasker. Mm-hmm.
Careful. We've been awaiting your return. Come, follow me.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This woman has endured, has challenged, and has shown her valor. Who will speak for her?
I admire the curiosity of young people. I'm just annoyed by what that curiosity entails. They want to know why they're not happy. I tell them to get a job. They never realize I answered their question.
Beat the blood of her foes.
And would you raise a mug in her name?
I would lead the Song of Triumph as our mead hall reveled in her stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. feats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so.
Well, girl, you're one of us now. I trust you won't disappoint. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, girl. It means living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves. I see you've been allowed to know some secrets before your appointed time. No matter. Yes, it's true. Not every companion, though. Only members of the Circle all share the blood of the beast. Some take to it more than others. Well, I grow old. My mind turns towards the horizon, to Sovngarde. I worry that Shor won't call an animal to glory as he would a true Nord warrior. Living as beasts draws our souls closer to the Daedric Lord Hircine. Some may prefer an eternity in his hunting grounds, but I crave the fellowship of Sovngarde. Yes, but it's no easy matter. But you don't need to share the worries of an old warrior. This day is to rejoice in your bravery. And speak to Yorland if you want a better weapon than whatever that is.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that. I wish I could be out there with you. What can I do for you? Let's not waste any time.
How did you do that?
Are you feeling
I need
sick?
to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
A thief once asked me if he'd be punished for his crimes. I told him yes, but not for the ones he thinks.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
Good. You could be our first line of defense since you live outside the city walls, so we're depending on you.
Good day, friend. Keeping well? I've never seen Mjol this upset.
Well met, friend. How can I help you? You already appear to have someone with you.
Mjol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see.
Present. Then I'll wait here.
A fine day to you, friend. You already appear to have someone with you.
Let's get going. I'm heading home if you need me.
Mjol's brought me nothing but silence.
Hello, friend.
Around.
And some
I'm
lessons
right
to
behind
relay.
you.
Oh, hello.
I hope that someday the city will be free from corruption, and we can all live in peace.
Good to see you.
How can I assist you? No problem. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
What is it? Lead the way.
Can I help you? What do you need? Let me know if there's anything else you need. How can I assist you? I suppose it's the least I can do for you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
I am your sword and your shield. What can I do for you? I'll take my leave then. Long life to you, Thane. I am your sword and your shield.
there. Where did you come from?
Thanks for the assist. I owe you one. Ooh, can't right now. I'm on official courier business. You know how it is. But next time you need a letter delivered, look me up. You won't be disappointed. Well, I was running by here and got attacked by a bear. Thing bit off my satchel, and that had my deliveries inside. Well, this one was really thin and running downhill, so yeah. You're not buying that, are you? Okay, I dropped the satchel. Big deal. It happens. Still easier than wearing a suit of armor. Look, I'm not gonna wear rags, and I'm not dressing like a man, so I've gotta make do with this. Plus, I get a little satisfaction out of beating the boys even with the handicap. How'd you know that? Doesn't matter. I'm not supposed to talk about the clients. Not my problem. Once the letter's in my hand, it doesn't belong to him. Well, in that case... Whoa, look, a flying horker! See you later, Netchbait. Hey, you're that adventurer who tried to kill me. Well, I may not have room to run, but you'll have to deal with the guard here. Damn, I lost another letter. It's got to be around here somewhere. Yo!
That's how a true Nord fights.
That's a shout. Like the graveyards on the mountain.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get... Huh? Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share.
What do you want? All right then.
Maven's going to kill me. It's just a matter of time. You got it back, but that means I'm almost afraid to ask. Was she dead? I'm sorry to hear that, but if she's already dead, I suppose I don't have to feel guilty about taking this letter back. Here. These are some rare ingredients I was gathering as an apology to Incan. I might as well give them to you instead. Thanks.
Yes?
I don't like it here. There's too many bugs. I don't like it here. There's too many bugs.
Zarya gave
I
me
take
a
care
potion
in every
of
piece I fashion, because I know
Added
it's
a
the
little
difference between
I
life
talked
and
to
death.
Kus the other day.
May
He
their
said my
shield be
burial
stout
spot was different
and your
from the one
sword
in
stiff.
Ilsha.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time. A strong drink will chase off that chill. I've half a mind to ask if you'll take me on one of your adventures, but I can't just leave Volga on her own.
Throat's dry. Thank the divine.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Be quick about it.
If you work in the forge, remember, it isn't just the hammer that
What do you
strikes the
want?
blade. It's the anvil as well.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Well met. Unlike my... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
Orc poisons. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Fight well.
Everything all right? No problem. I can carry a good bit of gear. Anything I can get you, just let me know.
Do that.
It's my honor to stand before you.
I am your sword and your shield.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything. Take a look. Do come back.
The circle of stones to the southwest. That's Secunda's Kiss, the giant.
Come on in. Let me know if you...
What is it, Elf?
Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Can't a man drink in peace? I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabjorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's Captain of the Guard, and we're going to poison the mead. No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
Something upbeat?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat. Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work. Once Sabjorn is out of the way, Maven has plans for the place. One way or another, we don't want the pests coming back. Consider it just more of the dirty work. I did my part getting them in there, now you need to clear them out. I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabjorn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave.
Oh, say
I have to
yeah.
do
Yes,
every nasty, dirty
Running
job
low
in the
on black
meadery.
mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run, fetch some
If
more.
this plan works,
Oh, yes,
not
yes.
only is my debt gone, but I'll be set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabjorn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Blackbriar Meadery in Whiterun? You're looking at him. Both of the buildings are connected by tunnels made by the pests infesting the meadery. There's an entrance to it in the basement storeroom of the warehouse that used to be boarded over. I've already removed the boards so the meadery would get infested. That's where you should start. Sabjorn keeps that locked up tight. If you can get through that way, go right ahead. Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Make it look good.
and baubles for sale. All crafted by the
That must be the voice.
Yes?
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here? Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunning Brew reserved for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined. Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done. Okay. No need to make rash decisions. Here's half. You get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed. I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back. Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Take a look. Palace is the best deal I've ever made. Lent him a bit of gold some time ago I knew he'd never be able to pay back. Nothing like free labor to make operating costs cheaper. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Everything all right? Certainly. Be careful.
With answers comes knowledge. But, fine. But don't be long. I'm likely to forget why I'm even standing here.
Was something we discussed unclear? Was something we discussed unclear?
Ah, you're back. I'm ready. Let's go.
Perhaps I see only darkness. Lead the way.
I've never been a sellsword. Never traded my skills for pay. I've always...
My boys will keep you safe. Don't you worry.
I can't wait to see Sabjorn squirm.
Was something we discussed unclear? Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished. You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Well, Sabjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunting Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine that I've sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Sabjorn. I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften? Anything else you need before you head back to Riften? So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help. I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job. Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later. Start changing it over to the Blackbriar Meadery West as soon as possible. That was Maven's part of the deal. She's put me in charge of keeping the mead flowing, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If you're in the area, and you ever need anything fenced, you just let me know. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me. I can't believe that worked. Can't believe that worked. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
The Imperialists think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Oh, it's you again. What in blazes do you want?
You're not from around here. Imperial spy, perhaps?
Talon, another round.
I think you've had plenty, Volwolf. Maybe you should head on home.
Stupid lizard. I said give me some more drink, or I'll have your head on a bike.
Suit yourself.
I trust you have good news for me?
At last, I get to rest.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. I believe we're done. I believe Brynjolf wishes to speak. We're done here.
Yeah, you need something? Sure, we can talk a minute.
What's on your mind? If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Vipper.
What's going on?
If you ever
I'm
need
sure
more
we'll
practice
speak
with the
again.
bow, just grab me.
Vipper, the Fleet. The only man who's foolish enough to name himself after his bedroom.
Stupid cow. You don't know what you're missing.
No, but I know that you're going to check out this.
talk to me? Okay.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
There you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
Sorry, Mercer. They no longer wish to be involved in our operation. I have. I think we may have to turn this one over to
You jest, but they've been able to avoid identification for years. They're obviously well-funded, driven, and patient. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godgel lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullum-Eye. Gullum-Eye is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, and see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
I can't believe Gullum-Eye's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong. He could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind.
Sure, we can talk.
Trouble? He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullum-Eye, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. A mercantile group that has established ports all over Tamriel. They pretty much dominate the whole shipping industry. The Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources, so don't get their feathers in a ruffle. Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullum-Eye's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Gulamai works in the East Empire Company warehouse. He helps maintain all of the shipments of goods that goes in and out of Solitude. That means he has the pick of the litter from some of the finest goods to grace Skyrim's shores. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse. There are thieves, and then there is Gulamai. No honor, no code at all. He'd shake your hand and stab you in the back at the same time. The cut he's supposed to provide the guild has dwindled as of late. He says pickings in the warehouse are slim, but I'm certain he's lying. Keep your eyes on him. He's quite crafty. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gulamai alive, but remind him who we are.
Something on your mind.
So, what do you want?
Greetings. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Speak, elf. What did you need? Hey, how's it going? Need pickpocket training?
Hail, companion.
Are you feeling sick?
Good to see you. Honor to you, my Thane. All right, then.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. You found it! I've been looking for that blade for months! You took on all those bandits yourself? Thank you. Here, my father had a favorite sword and shield technique. Let me teach it to you, in honor of his memory. Good day to you.
I need to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of... Do come back.
Yes?
Songs are just old memories that help the mead go down quicker.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
Need something?
Make it quick.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my
This
mother
is the
and Papa.
Silverblood Inn. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Dead or alive, free. Or in prison.
your chores coming,
Nadanak
son?
has his
I've
fingerprints
been
on
cleaning up spills,
everything
and
the
there's-
Forsworn do.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
Why can't your father be more like you and your sister?
Are you going to walk over to Father and start hitting him again?
No, not right now. Maybe later, if I'm still upset.
My father, Klepper, is the one you want to talk to.
A
I
porter
just
with
clean up.
Arnleif and Sons deserves nothing but the finest here.
All your drinks are...
It isn't often I'm allowed to gaze upon such a flawless beauty.
Need something?
Well, hello there. It isn't often I'm allowed to gaze upon such a flawless beauty. While the temple isn't taking on new students, my lady, perhaps you wish to rendezvous at the inn for a more personal lesson. And you're my kind of patron. Perhaps we should entwine our bodies here and let the poor rubes watch. Or perhaps we can adjourn to a more private location and suckle on oysters marinated in the potion of the stone.
Never traded my skills.
But perhaps we should get to know each other
adventured on
first.
my own terms.
Unless you prefer we remain strangers. Some do. Aggressive and passionate. I'm intrigued by you. Let's hope for your sake and mine that you're a flame that burns both bright and long, for most can only be one of the two. The goddess of beauty and love, and the best the divines have to offer. For what is more sacred and more honest than the love of beauty? Mara is the mother goddess. It's a different thing to love one's mother than to love one's wife. When couples marry, they seek the blessing of Mara, so that familial love will blossom from the seed of their romance. Yet, make no mistake, it is Dibella who brought them together, and Dibella who will make their family home. Although, not all here will share my opinion. Some believe we should focus on art and beauty, and sever all ties with the concept of love. Mother Remiel and the other sisters are more than capable of finding the rut who will be our next Sibyl. Although it seems to me we need not a Sibyl to guide us along the path of passion. We need only listen to our bodies. For it's the moistness of our mouths, the throbbing of our hearts, and the warmth of our loins that Dibella truly speaks to us.
Imagine the manpower.
You can guess for yourself which part I listen to the most. You are beginning to sound like a Sibyl of Dibella. Perhaps Mother Remiel's vision was incorrect. I once listened to my mind. It told me to read a book. And I was never so bored. If only you were there to rescue me from my folly. That disease was quite pernicious, and I was forced to find my own cure. Thankfully, the local guards and miners were more than happy to oblige. Of that you can be certain. Even in the winter of my life, when my skin is a spray of dead leaves, and my hair is snowed, I will be here. And there will be those who seek my blessing. Men and women, both old and young. Mother Remiel can attest to that. The same way a fighter becomes a soldier, or a plant lover becomes an alchemist. The desire boiled within me before I flowered. But I was no fool. Men do not respect those who tarnish their bodies for pleasure or coin. I do find that a good argument does lead to nights of intense passion, but mostly behind closed doors, unfortunately. Although the problems tend to still be there in the morning. I do wish my sisters would be more honest with their interpretations of beauty. Some of them feel a moral obligation to find beauty in all things. But that is a contradiction. If all things are beautiful, then nothing is beautiful. But if they insist, I will take my books and wenches, melodic bards and chiseled warriors, and they can have the beggars like Degain. Some of them feel a moral obligation to find beauty. But if they insist, I will take my books and wenches, melodic bards and chiseled warriors, and they can have... Thankfully, there was a woman in my town who practiced the Dibella arts. One who attached legitimacy to what I believed were primal instincts. After all, Dibella is also the goddess of artistry, beauty, and love. And while none of these things fell into my range of expertise, to simply wear the robe is to own those attributes by proxy. Mother Remiel, of course, saw right through my ruse, but I was able to persuade her that my talent in the erotic arts justified my entry into her service. If only more people in Skyrim shared your sentiments. It irks me how merchants of death are allowed to parade around town, their swords dripping with the blood of their last victim. Whereas, if I were to sell something as beautiful and as satisfying as the art of love, I would be hauled off in chains. Thankfully, there was another option beside the iron bars of prison and the shackles of marriage. Although my father did try his best to have me wed. A nobleman's son, he said. One whom he'd befriended while tending to his horse. It seems the boy had come to the stables to seek my hand, for he had fallen hopelessly in love with me. Well, many of the sisters interpret love and beauty differently than I. To some, there is beauty to be found in all things. They see a withering mountain flower and find it as beautiful as a lavender in full bloom. They point to how decay represents the impermanence of life, and how that is both artful and beautiful. This logic is fundamentally backwards. A short life does not mean we should dwell on death, nor should the ephemeral nature of beauty mean we should focus on decay. But if they insist on finding ugly things beautiful, I suppose it will just mean more well-built specimens will spend their nights in my chamber. The other sisters will just have to find beauty in my leftovers, or beggars like Degan. I'd love to hear Ola explain what exactly is so beautiful about him. Not immediately. It isn't every day someone is offering the hand of a wealthy noble. It certainly piqued my interest. That is, until my father made the mistake of describing him. Suddenly, the boy's reason for courting one such as myself was clear. My father told me the boy was smart, wealthy, and good with the sword. He said he was well-spoken, courteous, and refined. It's no different when Kiara boasts about the frame of her pendants. When the jewel is set in the center, it is a worthless stone. Some will tell you everything that's wonderful about what they're selling, except that one thing you want to know. The boy was not handsome. Well, he might have been, if not for that elbow he called a nose. I understand Balthala was quite a vixen in her day. The zeal which men pursued her was legendary. Mother Remiel is a master enchanter. In fact, there is a rumor that she prefers her men clothed and on the enchanting table for this very reason. At the very moment they're sapped of their vitality, she enchants their tunic, fortifying their stamina. She continues to enchant every necklace, ring, and circlet on their person, until she feels herself properly enchanted. A young dark elf was in here the other day, but Cena turned him away. Oh, the things I would have done to that boy. I've heard that in the heat of coitus, depraving your partner of air can increase sensation and pleasure. I've talked to the sisters about developing similar techniques based on the use of paralysis spells, but none of us are well versed in alteration. The ardor with which the miners pray to Debella is quite amusing. Men will pray to a goblin if they thought it would earn my favor. The ardor with which the miners pray to Debella is quite amusing. Men will pray to a goblin if they thought it would earn my favor. Hello.
Arnleif and Sons Trading Company buys and sells anything you wandering types need. No, I'm not Arnleif. Yes, I know it's called Arnleif and Sons. Shh! You mustn't speak about such things away from the shrine. Only you and your dinner guests can know. Oh, there it is. This little gold delight is going to keep us afloat for a while. Thank you. Here's something for your hard work. Be careful and stay safe.
I need to ask you to... Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Can I help you? Certainly. Be careful.
Keep your eyes straight ahead. Then, I'll wait here.
Oh my. It isn't often I'm allowed to gaze upon such a flawless beauty.
The sisters are communing with Debella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back. The sisters are communing with Debella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back. The sisters are communing with Debella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back another time.
to your Sybil. Bella, guide us.
What are you doing in here? Stay where you are. The mother will deal with you. Here she is.
And just what do you think you're doing? There are many valuable artifacts all through the temple. Unfortunately for you, we don't allow the uninitiated into the inner sanctum. You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty. Normally, a period of servitude. Luckily for you, there are more pressing matters. We could make an example of you, but perhaps you could be put to better use. The ceremony you so rudely interrupted was the exalted protocol of the Dibellan Sibyl. I don't expect you to know what that means. Suffice to say that our Sibyl was recently lost to us. Through the protocol, we have seen the home of the next Sibyl, to the north in a small village pressed against the stone. If you can travel there and retrieve our young Sibyl, your transgression will be forgiven. We believe the place in our vision to be Karthwasten. Now move quickly. The girl must be brought to the temple as soon as possible. The Sibyl of Dibella spends her entire life in direct communion with the goddess. From the time she's a little girl to the moment she expires, she is a direct connection with the Heavenly Mother. From her reverie, We know the mind of our god. We have had a vision of the next Sibyl, living in a village to the north. She must be brought to the temple for her reverie to begin. We prefer not to announce that the Sibyl has died until we can introduce the new one. People like to know that we're connected to the goddess. It's considered a great honor for the family. Their daughter will never know hardship, and the goddess blesses them with great bounty. You, my dear, can earn the blessing of Dibella. You'll find men to be more pliable in the future, or more vulnerable. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ah, you're back. I'm ready. Let's go.
I told her, perhaps I see only darkness, 'cause lead the way.
Good to see you. Yes, yes. Now, find my...
poisons are... Take a look. Mm-hmm.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed.
What was that?
I need to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
And steaks fit for a yard.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything's for sale. Take a look. Do come back.
Huh?
Yes?
You and me, we're the only... Ah, good to see... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. It was a pleasure.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Well met. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dendir before him.
Good to see you again, friend.
Need something? Yes? Need something?
What do you need?
What do you want? I don't owe you anything, do I? Nice try. I don't recognize you from the pit fights. But you give me an excellent idea. What if I were to go to a crowded tavern, storm up to a wealthy man, and demand payment for my services? He would hand me his coin purse just to avoid a further scandal. I shudder at the thought of someone enjoying such tedious work. You'll take a pickaxe and chip rock for 8 straight hours. Compared to that, even smelting is like taking a bath in liquid moon sugar. It also doesn't help that I despise my co-workers. Ragnar? Just hearing his name bores me. The orc has all but spread her legs for him, but he would rather mine silver. Then again, I'm not sure I blame him. The mines are far less dusty. Another selfish one. I question Einethek why his family gets such a large house while the rest of us are wedged into a food barrel. He said such demands were too insensitive given Enon's daughter was kidnapped. Seems to me that just opened up more space. Belkamak? A coward, a pessimist, a whiner, and a forsworn apologist. He is my favorite. Ash? She's the worst of them all. At least the men take breaks. That sword tooth must have been a slaver in her past life, the way she flogs me with her tongue. Badly. The worst part comes when the work is done. I'd hoped that with all the dead Nords it would mean beds to spare, but it's quite the opposite. Even though she's a miner like me, I'm the one forced to sleep on the ground. Most nights, I don't sleep, I just pray. I pray a dragon will swoop down and eat the orc bitch. What else would I pray for? Fine. I did. I aimed to make my fortune on the pits. I lost much coin the first time around, and still owe a sizable debt. What I know applies only to amateurs, but if I learn something worthwhile, I'll be glad to sell it to you. Wolves, mostly. Sometimes bears. You hear of pit fights where they fight trolls and atronachs, but this is likely made up by skooma fiends. Uh-huh. Make it quick. Compared to that, even smelting is like taking a bath in liquid. Fine. I shudder at the thought of some... Compared to that, even smelting is like taking a bath. Fine. Oh yes, the appetite for such sport is quite, how do you say, voracious. I myself do not like it because it's so unpredictable. Although sometimes there's an advantage to be gained by reading the people and not the animals. I got my start betting on the pit fights in Crag's Lane Cavern over in the Rift. As a young feline traveling with the caravans, I've always had a good nose for wolves. I could tell the difference between a wolf that hungers for a fight and one that merely growls in fear. I simply applied that knowledge to the pits. Be gone. Need something? Why? Are there fools who actually pity these wretched beasts? Look, I'm not saying what happens in the pit isn't squeamish. You see a wolf tear into another's throat and it's hard sometimes to keep your lunch. But in the end, there's a difference between hurt and pain. Simple. When I first began betting in the pits, I fell victim to 3 traps. The first trap is the poison of winning, more addictive than any skooma. And when you're lucky, it comes so easy you don't value the money. So you spend it. Only when the rock runs dry, there's no coin left to cover your bets. So you start to borrow money so you can win it all back. This is the second trap. But Nocturnal has already cursed you. Desperate, you start increasing your bets. Soon you're gambling with numbers that you can no longer count. This...
Huh?
see you. It is good to see you again, my friend. I think you might be looking for Enmy.
I've never been a salesman.
Be seeing you.
Never traded my
Make it
skills for
quick.
pay. I've always adventured on my own terms.
To an ignorant observer, the fighting pits are ruthless, cruel. They will see things that make them want to claw their eyes out and donate pieces to an alchemist. This is because they think the wolf feels. It was explained to me when I was young, learning to hunt, that to feel pain is a different thing from being hurt. Simple. When you touch a stove, your hand leaps back, but it's only when your mind registers what happened that you feel pain. This is what separates us from the animals. It's why I have more in common with a Nord than a saber cat, even if we both purr. When the animals fight, they will get hurt and they will die. They won't feel pain. They aren't capable of understanding it. The first trap is the poison of winning, more addictive than any skooma. And when you're lucky, it comes so easy you don't value the money.
Many of our youth want to be heroes and wizards. And they
I was going to get a job at the caravans when I'd heard there was a massacre in Karthwastin. Apparently, Ulfric and his army of furless bears came and razed the city to the ground. I felt this raised an opportunity. No, you fool, to earn some capital. I was going... Apparently, Ulfric and his army of furless bears came and razed the city to the ground. You're looking at it the wrong way. There's free room and free board. The work itself is hard, but only if you're actually working. I was going to get a job with the caravans when I'd heard there was a... Apparently, Ulfric and his army of furless bears came and... Correct. Even better if they were too busy mourning the dead to notice if Okapi was taking a nap. To think I even dreamt of sleeping in a bed, it was not to be. The first trap, so you spend it. Only when the rock runs dry, there's no coin left to cover your bets. So you start to borrow money so you can... What do you want? There are many things to watch for. For instance, people often mistake the bristling hair and bared fangs for aggression, when it's nothing more than a bluff. They watch the eyes when the legs are what show the beast's intent. It's only when a wolf enters a crouch that it's truly prepared to fight. But Nocturnal has already cursed you. Desperate, you start increasing your bets. Soon you're gambling with numbers that you can no longer count. This is the third and final trap. Once you raise the stakes, you can never go back, because it's no longer about the coin. I probably won 10 times as many bets as I lost, but in the end I still lost it all. Be gone.
Don't have anything to say to you, stranger. You're not from here. We don't need to be talking. Damn it, woman. Are you trying to taunt us? Our daughter, Theotra, was taken from here. The Forsworn descended and they didn't touch anything else, just our little girl. It was the Forsworn from Broken Tower. Never been much trouble before. What's it to you? She... Really? Well, that's... I wouldn't have dreamed. Of course we need her in Markarth, then. I'll come with you. Thank you, friend. Let's get to the Forsworn camp. Her life could be in danger.
Huh?
That's the end of it.
I really miss traveling like this. Walking the breadth of Skyrim has always filled my heart with excitement. someone there.
What was that? Did you hear something?
That rebellion is useless. Not impressed.
Thanks for having my back.
Let the source.
What was that?
Not impressed. I bet. Watch your back, huh? Prepare to die!
That's how a true Nord fights.
Are you one of them? Please don't hurt me. Then it's true what they said. I'm touched by the gods? I've heard stories about the wonders of the great temple in Markarth, but I never dreamed that I would even get to see it. I am honored to be called for this duty. Please, lead on. Father!
Fyotra, dear. Did they hurt you?
Of course not. My spirit remains strong.
My little girl, always strong. Do you know where you have to go?
I'm to go to the temple in Markarth.
Sometimes I think that if I brought my daughter home, you would bring...
It's our honor to have you there. This woman is going to take you to Markarth. Are you ready?
Pushing her away.
Of course. Please, lead on. What are you doing that for?
Something on your mind? Something on your mind?
Is there something
Unlike my husband.
What was that you said, venomous wife?
Just tell me if you need. Nothing, you pig-headed old...
This is the Silver Blood Inn. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
uncle once asked me how the city would react if he raised taxes.
Welcome.
Need something?
You found her. I can't believe it. Let the girl come with me and we can begin her preparation. I will send word to her family that she is in good hands. You've truly earned the blessing of Dibella, child. Prostrate yourself before her altar, and she will bestow her gift. Yes, I haven't got all day. Speak.
I hope Theodra is happy in the temple. We're so honored to have given her.
Hi there.
Hello.
Need something?
Welcome.
Well, hello there.
It's so good to see you again. See you around, my beauty.
You're not from here. We don't need to be talking. Don't have anything to say to you, stranger. You should talk to Inathash. He's in charge.
It's down the stairs, dear. Just come right in.
There's so much to learn about the shop. I'll never get it all straight.
Well, look at you. If only everyone acted like you did. Good to... Hello, friend. Take a look. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Now, you let me know if you need a cure or anything else.
I'm Bothella's assistant. She's the one you should talk to if you need an herb or a potion.
What are you doing that for?
Draugr give their life force to the priests of the dragon. Arms, if you will. The difference is...
Warrens ain't for you. Trust me. The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want? That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the Divines you can choose to live somewhere else. It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here. I can show you a few things, but anyone asks, and my name never comes up. Understand? Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now. Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here. Now, don't get all upset. Here, take it. All right, then.
You don't want to be here. No one wants to. Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia. You want something from me? Need something? Yes? Yes?
What was that?
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Someone who doesn't like you asking questions. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Who taught you to fight?
I'll rip you in half.
oversee Markarth's smelter. Worker gets out of line, I get him back in line. You want Garvey. He handles the keys for the Warrens. About the only thing that disease-riddled native is good for.
Keep those hands up!
You just going to stand there and take it? Fight back!
Sidna mines for prisoner scum only. Keep out. This is a jail, owned by the Silverblood family. We use the prisoners to mine for ore. It's the most secure prison in Skyrim. Throw scum in, close the gates. Nobody gets out. So unless you're here to dig, you don't belong here.
Won't give up until they're all dead.
Or not. Silverbloods pay our wage. Every man here is a trained mercenary. All right.
These workers, always complaining, always excuses.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. We don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here. You're finding it. That's bad enough. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? The Treasury House is real. I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business. Go. Go right ahead, then. Don't let me keep you. I have records I need to tend to.
I've worked in the Treasury House for almost 20 years. There isn't an inch of this building that I haven't cleaned up.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me. My husband Thonar handles all our family's business. He's an important man. He's the real head of this family. He may not be the eldest, but all the work that keeps us respected is handled by my Thonar. My dear Vagrant, we're the only family worth knowing in Markarth. We own everything in this city, even the jail. And guess who owns the Silver Blood Inn? Not that we named it that. The people just insisted. Yes, I was bored talking to you anyway.
What are you doing here? I told them no visitors. What are you doing here? I told them no visitors. What did you expect? That no one was going to notice you butting into business that wasn't yours? The guards know who holds the purse strings in this city, and I don't like snoops. Markarth is my city. You have no right looking into my business. Now get out. I'm a bit... What? By the gods, Betrid!
As a joke, one of the...
Never should have come here.
If I knew what he was having for dinner. Something of the way.
My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. Fine. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. Madanach, the king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach. Until Ulfric came and put them down. My prison. The source of half the silver in Skyrim. The most secure prison in Remiel. No one escapes. I thought keeping Madanach down there would keep him under control. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house! Get out of my house. Now.
Huh?
Like my mother and father.
Well, hello there.
Warrens ain't for you. The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want?
And another poor sod bites the dust. We can't even blame this one on Giranur. Now, some people might fault the Silverbloods for these lovely accommodations. If you ever meet someone like that, it's best to keep your distance. Because that person not only lacks common sense, but is probably a skooma addict. For you see, a good businessman, and the Silverbloods, well, they are good businessmen. They don't let valuable property die. And that's all our friend here was. Property. But now, he's finally free. In reality, yes, but in the eyes of the law, no. Although his wages bordered on slavery, that fine line is what separates the villains from the virtuous. You might say I'm here to acquire property. Slaves. I promise them fortune and glory, and give them a life of bondage. But that was before I learned that my mother was born a slave, like Saint Alessia herself. So now, I no longer acquire slaves. I plan to free one. Right now. I'm just thirsty. Let's discuss this over at the inn, shall we? You know, they say ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth. But I've found if you give a man enough ale, he'll give you his blood for free.
You again. Guess you need another lesson, huh? You'll listen to this. Come on, let's see what you're made of. Die, damn you! The nose. The old man hands out the orders. Nepos is in charge. That's all I know.
once asked me how to get over her addiction. I told her it wasn't gambling that ensorcelled her, but conceit. Gamblers make the mistake of believing they have control over the outcome.
I've never been sensual. Never traded my skills for pay.
You've actually done it. You found the Sibyl of the Bell. You have done Markarth a tremendous service.
You again. What are you doing here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send her in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.